Thanks for staying with us now. Nigerian security forces dismantled a terror cell and arrested 35 suspected members of the militant group Islamic State West Africa Province, including 5 commanders. Nigerian Daily Times reported this on Friday. Now, Abuja, the capital, remained on guard, with some shops closing temporarily as a precaution. The Australian Canadian embassies in the city were the latest to issue terror warnings. Now, US and British embassies on Sunday had told their citizens to be on alert and avoid crowds across Nigeria, but especially in Abuja. And the foreign mission said government buildings, places of worship, schools, markets, shopping malls, bars, and hotels were among possible terrorist targets. Now, the U.S. State Department ordered family members of U.S. employees to leave the Nigerian capital, as Abuja. Security guards patrolled Friday near a huge shopping complex in Abuja's Jabi district. This complex had closed on Thursday because of the security threat. Now, workers and shoppers were not allowed into premises, and the streets was blocked off to cars and foot traffic. And the Abuja Police Public Relations Officer Josephine Ade said authorities were stepping up security measures. We're doing all we can. We've strengthened our security even though there's no cause for concern, no cause for alarm. We don't have any threat in our country, she said. Now, concerns about the terror attacks have been growing in Nigeria. Militants group have been pushing the operations beyond bases where they have been active for years. So what is your take on the insecurity in the country, right? And the security threats, that has come up directed at the nation's capital. Now, please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. You can also tweet at us at WaysHowAfrica1 with the hashtag WaysShow. So, Adiola, I'll bring in Dickson in a minute. I just wanted to hear your 2 cents on this. What do you think about this security threat? Is this something that we should really pay attention to?
Honestly, I don't know. Because this threat has been insistent, and I'm asking, is it credible? What makes it credible? Is it because it's coming from the international community? If the Nigerian security agencies are saying there is nothing to worry about, but again, we have a history with the security agencies in Nigeria, considering the fact that they're not always as honest as we would like them to. Information is not very free-flowing in this part of the world. So I'm very interested, in what our expert is going to talk about tonight. And for us to really have a clear picture, because, fear is something that can escalate quickly. And it becomes something that you may not even be able to manage if we don't manage it properly now. Now I get that crisis threat assessments are good. It allows you to be proactive. But again, this is Nigeria. We're very... you know how we blow things out of proportion. Everybody's running away from Abuja. Should they be running away from Abuja?
I like what you said, and I think again is where I want to also really ask: is this because it's coming from an international body? We all know that everybody has motives. So even when an international body is actually speaking, they also have their ulterior motives.
Absolutely.
We just don't know what their motives
Absolutely.
are. So again, most times everything foreign is good, everything local is not good. That's the mindset a lot of Africans or Nigerians have. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I like where you took that conversation to. Should we pay attention because it's coming from an international body, or should we just say, you know what, let's call it the way our security operatives? But then again, the issue of trust then comes into play. Yeah. So let me bring in Dickson Osajie. This is his name. I keep on murdering it. He will love me all the way. Dickson is a criminologist, a global security analyst. He holds a gold standard security certification, the Certified Protection Professional, that's CPP, board certified United States of America. He's a former soldier of the Nigerian Army and a recipient of the Nigerian Army Gallantry Medal of Honor in Operation Harmony for Bakassi Peninsula. Now, Dickson is an internationally certified security expert and the Managing Director of Debris Protection Services Limited, a licensed private security company here in Nigeria. Dickson is a very good friend of the house, and he's no stranger to us on Ways, and he's joined us as always live in studio. Thank you so much, Dickson.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome.
I mean, so Dickson, I was holding off this conversation because I wanted to have your experience and your expertise on this.
Okay.
So when that conversation came up on Sunday, where we saw report, I even thought it was a joke. Like embassies were just saying to their people, prepare for evacuation. I mean, I have a few friends that have dual citizenship. Some said they've gotten emails and all of that. And our security operatives now come and say, no, there's no such thing like that. We're being proactive. There's, so first of all, is there a security threat in Abuja?
We're all in Lagos. Yes.
No,
You're the security expert.
There's some things you know.
First of all, Nigeria looks good on you, man. It looks so beautiful. Nice to have you, man.
Let's not start with the beautiful part.
Each time I look at you, girl, I say, well, Nigeria is good, man.
Dixon is a politician. A security man has turned to politician.
Nigeria looks so good on you.
So answer my question.
Don't jackpot.
I'm not planning to, but really, is there a security threat that we need to be worried about?
There's always been a security threat here in Nigeria because when you look at the security situation from 2009 till date, I will tell you for free that there's always been a security threat. The reason why, she made a very fantastic point there, is that we here in our country, like our security agent, trying to manage security information, they just want the Nigerian people not to, panic. Now, when the people live in a state of fear and panic, the objective of security has been defeated. That means security has been defeated. I think that is where the federal government are trying to play the role, to just to
douse the tension.
To douse the tension, because if you and I live in a state of fear, security has been defeated. Because when we talk about security, it's the ability for you and I to live without being intimidated or without, being abused or, attacked or being afraid. So that's what security is all about, the whole essence of security. Now, when you ask me, is there really a security threat in Abuja? I'll answer that question from two perspectives. The first perspective is the information we got from the international community. And for the first time in my life, I've seen a lot of people, living in a state of fear, But I think the Americans did not really manage that security information very well. There's a difference between intelligence and advisory. If you are saying an advisory is location-centric. And that is to say that if you are saying an advisory to an American embassy, it's meant for the American embassy alone. Americans can't send us an advisory. They can only send Nigerians an intelligence information. Simply means they're telling us an incident in lieu or an impending danger. So that is the difference between intelligence and advisory. So for me, the intelligence was wrongly managed. It wasn't properly managed. And it's also impossible, I can tell you for free, for these guys to take over Abuja. Yeah, why I tell you for free that they can only cause damage. The whole essence of terrorism, because we have terrorism, we have insurgency. The essence of terrorism is to inflict pain to the government and infrastructure and other facilities. So they just want to, shame the government and also, be publicized. So right now, as I'm speaking, these guys, they are bouncing in their camp because the good news about this, what makes them happy is when we live in a state of fear. What makes them happy is when their message is being preached. Because as it is now, we are preaching. We're
giving them free
publicity. We're giving them free publicity, and they are bouncing. As I'm talking to you, as mother will be taking fresh pepper soup and say, wow, they're discussing us. Come on, tune in. Oh, they're talking about us. They'll be happy. So that's why sometimes in the early time when terrorism sprang up in Nigeria, we're trying to manage the publicity level, because the more they have that publicity, that is the only way their morale gets worsened.
Yes, bigger.
Yeah.
So I now get you where you're saying this is where the Nigerian government is now trying to manage the situation so that the tension and it doesn't give the people a lot more muscle to do what it is that But I want to ask a question, because you made mention that the American government did not manage that information properly. What should they have done? Because they sent the advisory, like you rightly said, to their people, right?
Okay.
What should they have done in the instance?
No, if you send an advisory to your people, it's not meant for us. It's meant for their people. Are you with me? Okay, for example now, let's assume we are in Victoria Island, an incident is transpiring, and I need to send an advisory to the people living in Victoria Island. Should someone living in what's it called, Abuja, be afraid or live in a state of fear? So what I have identified, the error I've identified there is that it was overblown. It was overblown. Now,
we now attest to what our guest has said on Monday.
It was overblown.
Was exaggerated.
Yeah, it was exaggerated, because I was now thinking, these guys will not disappear into Abuja. They will not come in by helicopter, except because I saw some videos flying around that Americans have started evacuating their people. I say, how? That means Nigeria is becoming a failed state.
Yeah, it's no longer a sovereign
Nigeria is becoming
nation.
a failed state, because if Americans start evacuating their people in Nigeria, that means Nigeria is becoming a failed state. So what I think the problem is if the advisory goes to the embassy, okay, don't go to Victoria Island, enemy suspected position. Don't go to Abuja, don't go to XYZ location. Mind your movement, mind where you move around, whatever the case may be. That's fine. But in a state whereby people are now evacuating from Abuja, even Nigerians, some people are starting relocating from Abuja. I know a lot of people that have traveled out of Abuja presently. And I looked at it and said, okay, what do we do? Now, I do not blame the Americans, because we have played so much with insecurity in Nigeria. Our government have really, on the side of security, they've really disappointed us as a country. Because it's quite sad that if you go into the global map, Nigeria is the 6th most largest country in the world, number 6. In the whole wide world, Nigeria is number 6. And with a population of about 250 million, the people that are tormenting Nigeria, they're not up to 1% of Nigeria. The people that are tormenting Nigeria, they are not up to 1% of Nigeria. Okay, give and take, let's just say 10%. If you say 10% of Nigerians are tormenting Nigerians, that the terror is 25 million. They are not up to 10%. So now what the problem is that with politicized security in Nigeria, it has been politicized. And that's why our military needs to start taking the territorial integrity of this nation as their sole responsibility. What I would also advise is that last week I saw they said they started planting checkpoints. The way we are driving our security in Nigeria is people-centric. When we talk about security, it has 3 components. The people-centric component, the technological component, and the process component. The process has to do with administration, papers, and documents. Just like last week when a prominent cleric was shot down, one of the suspects was arrested, the DPO got there and killed the suspect. Now, killing that suspect simply means that you've eliminated
the links
and the evidence.
Oh my God.
So what I'm trying to say is that
should we even not suspect the DPO for killing the suspect? But that's the truth.
So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that we need an administrative approach in our area of insecurity in Nigeria. We need the physical component and technological component. Take, for example, Lagos State. I was coming all the way from Lekki today, all through out Lagos. Third Mainland Bridge, we don't have a single camera on Third Mainland Bridge. That is technological approach when it comes to security. I've earlier said that security has 3 components. That is physical security has 3 components. The people-centric, that is the soldiers, the police you see on checkpoints and whatever the case may be. Security has gone beyond people-centric. It's not technological based, cyber security. Are you with me? Administrative. Because if we start having soldiers being on the checkpoint, you just see these guys. They will just come and kill them in the checkpoint.
And they cause traffic and all of that. How many can you have? We must tackle it with technology.
So that is what we need to start looking at, because I'm just surprised that a country like Nigeria, in fact, let me tell you something for free. You see the way these terrorists are operating in Nigeria. They will come in mass. 200, 500. It's so sweet. Frankly speaking, if they try that in an advanced country, they will all perish. Why would they perish? Before you start moving to the area of concentration or wherever you want to go and carry out
they've identified.
They see you coming, they'll pick you up. Absolutely. The next thing, you lay ambush on them
and clear all of them.
All of them. But here, these terrorists, they will come to our villages, they will go to Abuja, go to other places in Nigeria, they will go and act just like the Kuje prison attack. It was a big shame. That was when I gave up on this government. You are telling me that terrorists find their way to Kuje prison, break in, and
release the inmates that have been captured by the
die-hard criminals to come and pollute the society.
Again.
And nobody is questioning, nobody is talking. So we need to start holding our government accountable on the state of insecurity, except they believe that, well, Nigerian is not their topmost priority. Because the reason of governance is to protect the people. Right now, Nigerians are living in a state of fear.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want us to come back to this conversation about fear, but let's quickly go on a very short break. When we come back from the break, I want us to now take it into that solution, because you were preferring a bit of the solutions, but I want us to just really concentrate on that. Stay with us, we'll be right back. All right, thanks for staying with us. Now, if you just tuned in, we're discussing security threats in Abuja. We have with us Dickson Osajie. Please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-8663. You can also tweet at us at WayShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WayShow. Diola, do you want to come in?
I mean, everything Dickson has said is just, my question is it that for all the security apparatus, infrastructure, every day we hear, is it that they do not know what the solution is, or they just choose not to act on the
because
solution?
Someone says that this government, every time we talk security, there's somebody that's always sending the message that this government is the only government that has invested so much money in pumping into security equipment and all of that. I say, but see the result.
Okay, well, you see, basically, I really don't hold the presidents and our executives accountable.
It's the military.
Yeah, I hold the military and our security agents accountable. Because when we talk about security, there are levels of security. Now, first of all, when we look at the strategic center of gravity, that deals with the government. From the strategic center of gravity, that is the government. What do? They release these funds, and it drops down to the operational level. Maybe to the Ministry of Defense, to the police, to the army. Then from the operational level, they manage these funds, get what they want to get, then they deploy the arms and ammunition, then it drops down to tactical level. Now the tactical level is your methodology, the methods you apply in mitigating the high speed of insecurity in Nigeria. That's the tactical level, which has to do now we now come talk about the military, talk about the police. And if you come to Nigeria, we have about 25 security agencies all put together, or about 26 or 27 security agents apart from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Then we have the DSS. Then we have other security agents. Now, one of the problems I have identified that we have in Nigeria is accountability. That's one of the major problems, both from the horizontal and vertical plane. Because nobody is holding these people accountable, because they've not seen that there's much money in this fight, and nobody wants this war to end. Some people, or some persons, or some greedy individuals don't want this war to end. The problem we have in this country is wickedness. Not.
Well, I also say that. So, is this not why you cannot blame the U.S. government? Because they have seen several times. I mean, I remember when the Chibok thing just happened. You remember there was a time they sent in troop coming to let's go rescue, but it was unclear what they saw, because they clearly said this thing is not for us, and they left it and they went back to their country, right? So I mean, should you now blame the US government or all these other embassies, the UK, for escalating the issue? Because maybe again it is this unseriousness and it is this greediness or whatever it is that's happening that they have seen, that say we cannot risk yes, our lives or the lives of our citizens, to a government that seems not to be really ready to fight it. It's probably maybe we're just playing lip service to it, right? I mean, take as simple as basic as kidnapping or maybe robbery. So let me even do robbery. There was a particular spot on Oworoshoki. When you're descending Third Mainland Bridge, a particular spot, there was a period in time, every single night there is no way you will not be robbed on that junction as you are descending the Third Mainland on that Oworoshoki road. Just a few meters away, there's a police station there. Just a few meters. I'm sure you know the spot house because it was a very notorious spot.
I know this police station.
For years it was going on, and immediately you are robbed. Your nearest instinct is to go to the police station to report. They'll first of all tell you that that's not the police station you go and report. You go to the Sharia and all of that. But let's even leave that. That the effrontery and the boldness that these people had, they were constantly robbing on that particular spot when they were police people. That is why a Nigerian like me will distrust our security operatives, because it seems like you are aiding and abetting crime. You're not making it look like you are against crime, because how can the crime, even if they can, there are some things that would happen, let it happen far away, but in front of your nose. So that is what makes it a bit difficult for us as Nigerians, and that's why you have more people running away from Abuja, because now they are not even sure who to believe anymore. Even if DSS says that, oh, there's no security threat, these people are exaggerating it, can we really take that risk and put our lives at risk?
All right. You see, security is achievable. It's achievable. But one thing, let me just disabuse your mind. Nobody should think crime will ever be eliminated or eradicated. We will all live with crime till the end of time. We will all live with crime till the end of this war. But the reason why we have security agents is to reduce the rate of crime to as low as reasonably acceptable. Because definitely, if you say, okay, all the security agents, they have done so well, they've eliminated crime, then the Nigerian army will have to shut the barracks, the Nigerian police will shut the barracks, then everybody will go back home. But I will tell you that I'm so disappointed with our security agents. And that is the reality, because we need to start looking at crime control, because most times everybody just do what they're doing. There's no coordination. While the army is doing their work out there, the Air Force are carrying out their bombardment, the Navy are on the seaside. Well, for the Navy, they are doing so well in our waterways, because they are in charge of our waterways, and for some period of time now, our waterways has been very, very safe.
Have they been in charge of our waterways? Where are they still in our cruise? Don't even go there. Hey.
So
don't even go there. How are they still in our crude oil, Dickson?
So what I'm not trying to say in a nutshell is this: we need a government that will start looking at crime control management, and that is very important. Because now we've received a threat, and after receiving this threat, what do we need to do? The government needs to assess this threat, because when you get a threat message from any country or any nation, the first thing you tell them thank you. You tell them thank you. You don't insult them. You don't abuse them. You don't dishonor that.
Thank you for bringing this to my notice.
Thank you for bringing this to my notice. That is the whole essence of intelligence, because when I told you earlier on that
intelligence gathering and advisory. Those are the two things, right?
Yeah, so we've gotten
in this case, this was an advisory.
The advisory is going to the citizens. Don't move from so place.
Okay, so the intelligence gathering was to the government.
The intelligence information is there is an impending attack in Abuja, or within Abuja metropolis. So it is an intelligence. What the government needs to start doing is to receive the intelligence, because when you go into threat management, the first thing you do, you receive the threat, you assess it. After assessing it, then you check it and look where the threat is coming from. Because you don't just discard it. Say, no, I don't need this. It's a lie. No, it's not true. No. We don't do that in security. In security, anything you receive, any threat information you receive is first of all considered true. Because we're talking about human life here.
Because proven otherwise.
Or it's proven otherwise. If you don't consider that intelligence true until proven otherwise, then you are putting your people in a high risk situation. So, for me, I would just say the Nigerian government should tell, because everybody is making noise in Abuja. The president has just delivered speech, a statement. We shouldn't panic. Everybody say, don't panic. Yes, don't panic. Why is it that in that same Abuja we are? For me, I'm going to believe that what the Americans have said, or the information that they have sent to us, is true. Because one, in that same Abuja, this criminal element came and busted into our prison and released some.
That's the Kuje prison, which is just a few meters away into Abuja.
So, who tell you that these guys cannot come to our international airports?
True.
What gives? I mean, Kaduna International Airport
they tested it.
They tested it. Was hijacked at some point.
So, my worry is the effrontery these guys have, the boldness to withstand the territorial integrity of Nigeria.
That if they understand that somebody is looking away, somebody is not really ready to fight them.
And nobody is taking responsibility. So they know that whatever happens, at the end of the day, people will just make noise. Nigerians will just make noise. The chief of defense, whoever, national security, everybody will just make noise. It's just talk. It's just talk. They get away with it. Unlike what happens in other countries of the world, you know that even if the president is trying to make peace and say, oh, let's not do this, his security people are telling him, you need to act.
No way, you need to act. And that's why sometimes when it comes to security, the problem we have in Nigeria is that we don't follow, like Rashid said, we don't follow investigation to a conclusive end. The Kuje prison, what are we saying about that?
Nothing. It's gone under.
What's happening
We
now?
just made noise.
Yes,
and that's
a lot of people have been assassinated in this country. We've made noise, and in America, an incident that happened in 1981.
Yeah,
They
will still reach the conclusion. They must get to the end.
Dickson, I have a question. I mean, this thing you just said, do you think the problem is a knowledge gap? We are not equipped. Our people are not equipped to handle things like this. I mean, they don't have the knowledge, the capacity to act in such a way that we can start bringing real-time solution to insecurity.
It's not knowledge gap. It's not knowledge gap. The problem is implementation.
Oh my goodness.
Because everybody, like in this your show, fantastic show, anything that needs to bring Nigeria to a state of peace, to make Nigeria a beautiful country, has been discussed on this show.
Sure.
It has been discussed on this show. True. Is it that these guys, they don't watch television?
They do.
I'm surprised. Is it that they don't watch television? We have a lot of security experts that gives us advisories free of charge. Are you with me? So it's all about implementation. Are you with me? Because I see no reason why a state like Lagos, for example, cannot wire the whole of Victoria Island. Because if you commit, CCTV, most people think CCTV is for fashion. It's not for fashion. It's for two reasons. For crime in progress and after the occasion of crime.
Yes.
Now, crime in progress. If somebody is robbing in, let me say, Victoria Island. Now, if there is a crime in progress in Victoria Island, and the guys from CCTV room are monitoring the activities in Victoria Island, what they need to do is to communicate the air surveillance or the air patrol and the security agent that these people are in Victoria Island. Immediately the criminal moves from Victoria Island.
They move
They
ground
trace
troop, move every troop,
everything.
strategic, and they know all the outlets.
Yeah.
They know where they will live, where they will come in from.
Of course. So we know how to achieve security. It's just that these people we put in power. In fact, I don't want to just start saying this government. Our political leaders have disappointed us. They have disappointed us in this country because I see no reason why somebody will commit a crime.
Dickson, let's ask the hard question now.
Please ask both hard
If
and
you
soft
say,
questions.
if you say that there is no willpower, because this is what I'm hearing you ringing and ringing, there's no willpower for us to solve this crime because some people are benefiting. I remember one story that I heard many years ago when this Boko Haram incident just started happening. How one of the members of the JTF then or whatever bought a property in Ikoyi for about 300 million then, right? While they are busy fighting crime, people are amassing wealth because they know these things are like, I mean, most of the state governors, for instance, what do they use their security votes for? What do they use it for? They consider it, in quote, free money.
Yeah.
So if people are financially benefiting from this,
Would
we see an end at all? Because this is now becoming really bad.
No, there can't be an end.
It's really bad. A lot of people are leaving the country. A lot of people are tired of the country. Everybody is saying that it's not me that will be used as a guinea pig anymore. So if we continue like this, Dickson, what it would be the eventuality of this country? What would be the end for us as a country? Because as it is now, I'm not seeing an end to this security.
We're only taking the part
kidnapping has become so blossomed that it has blossomed so well
It's a market.
that it is going to be difficult to eradicate kidnapping right now because it's so lucrative. Just on Friday here, before you think of people that they kidnap, they are far away from you. People that I know, a friend of mine, she said for the first time in all the times they've been hearing kidnapping, her colleague was part of the people that they kidnapped on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway.
Wow.
And she said that there were lots of them.
Yeah.
That it was not even a case of maybe one or two kidnapped. It was like mammoth of people that
How
they
do
were
you
had been
control
kidnapped.
that kind of
Tell me,
crowd? Yeah.
how is that possible? And we have, I was robbed in Lagos, right? On what's the name of that bridge? Ojuelegba or something bridge, right? We're coming from the island, going home, and we were robbed there. Right there and there, about 10 guys came out with guns. A car blocked us in front, blocked us at back. Like 3 or 5 of them entered our car. They took us round, went through Palm Grove and all of that. Went to the ATM, collected all our ATMs, collected our money, collected our rings. But they were just, and guess what? In that trip, that round tripping, because it's a round tripping, that round tripping between that Ojuelegba going down Palm Grove and coming back, there were like 3 police checkpoints that they passed. 3 police checkpoints. So it tells you that for me, there is no way that these guys are not confident that those people will not even disturb them because of course they have sorted them. They cannot tell me otherwise. Because after they did that to us, they used our own car and blocked somebody. So it's
it was a continuum till the day breaks. They will just continue like that till they get the next victim. They release you. They take the other. And this was not the days of kidnapping. This was just robbery. Now kidnapping, they will kidnap a number of people, Dickson, and you now tell me to trust my security operatives.
It's painful. It's very painful. You know, like you rightly said, the kidnap market is very, very lucrative now. Just like the other guy that was caught some few days ago, last month. What's his name?
Evans.
Not Evans. The guy of recent that was caught.
I don't even know that one.
It was, you know, there was a time I saw this guy on YouTube. He just brought some dollars. I say, hustle, they pay. You know, they flaunt this money around.
And that is intelligent gathering.
Yeah.
Other clients, how did they apprehend a hush puppy?
Hush puppy. Yes, it's because of this
intelligent gathering.
Yeah.
So we already have a tool as a government. Sure. Social media. These guys are not, they are dumb actually.
Yeah.
Because most of them flaunt their wealth.
Yeah.
On social media, I know the kidnap guy, but I can't remember his name. Most of them flaunt. So if a government was really serious.
Lion or something.
Yes, if a government was really serious in apprehending
that's an intelligence for them to pick up.
That is intelligence for you to pick up, and they don't pick up these things.
Yeah, they don't do that.
So how do we then think that they're really ready to solve the problem?
Yeah. They don't want to.
Well, for me, we just because somebody told me this morning that we need to pray. I said God has answered our prayer a long time ago.
It's not prayer.
What we need to start doing in Nigeria is to even the security agents is even politicized now.
Of course,
it's a mess. If I want to use that right word, because like you rightly said, most of these generals, some of them acquiring houses here and there, and nobody's asking questions. The banks are not even asking questions.
In fact, that's where I'm going. They want to drag the financial sector.
You want to draw money, you want to deposit money into the bank. Like when we talk about money laundering, there are three methodologies, there are three processes for you to achieve a money laundering. First of all, there's what we call placement, layering, and integration. So during placement, when somebody comes to place money in the bank, that is how the Americans work.
You're supposed to flag it
down. Where's
We
this
don't
money
do that
coming from? What does this guy do? Check his profile. If you are not comfortable with him, hey, you just inform the security agent. But no bank want to do that.
They will hide under Information Act.
Layering and integration, nobody want to do that. So we have a lot to do. Now, kidnapping now is on the high rise. Everybody want to kidnap for money. Take your fellow human being, you just seize him. Because the question I asked, do you think I can't kidnap you that is doing this job? Everybody is kidnappable. But for the fact that I want to be a good citizen, I'm telling you the truth now. Everybody is kidnappable. You that you're thinking you are a champion, you think you can't be kidnapped? You can be kidnapped.
Absolutely.
But you know that most guys, what these guys feel is that they just feel they are champions or they are the bad guys. Everybody's a bad guy, but because we just want
it is the laws that keep it is laws that regulate the badness, because if it's for evil, everybody has evil in them.
Everybody has it.
Yes.
So when I see sometimes you say most of these Fulani guys or some of them will just move in numbers, they'll go and rob and people. Do you think give Nigeria, do you know the number of Nigerian youths we have? Give all of them gone. Let everybody have a gun.
And see what
then
happen.
come to my house and go back with your empty score. So that is the issue. But we need to just, we just have to be law abiding. Because the way things is going, sometimes we just say, where this thing is going, I will go and get a machine gun and keep it in my house. If you come and ask me, how did I get this machine gun? I will ask you, what are you doing about security? Because the life of Nigerians, every Nigerian, the topmost priority of every governance is the protection of lives. Human lives come first when it comes to protection. So, when we shout, the only thing we need to start doing is that, maybe, I don't know, maybe we should start looking at bringing up women for presidency, because our men have tried. 1999 to 2022, nothing.
So let's take comments. Good evening, my dear beautiful sisters. What are you saying, Ways? Security threat in Abuja. It is so sad that we are still talking about security in Nigeria. My dear beautiful sister Adiola made a very important point. She said the people know about solutions, but they don't apply it. The Kuje prison episode is an eyesore, a disgrace, and totally unacceptable. A lot has been pumped into it and no result. In Nigeria, bad security is now in our DNA, that we cannot even sleep with our two eyes closed. Our government has disappointed us in security. Sister Uwa, your guest is right. Nigeria really looks good on you. You're looking you're looking good and beautiful. Thank you, Daniel. Nigeria not happen to me.
No, that's not a good prayer point. It's not a good prayer point.
True, because you must
Nigeria is a
eat from the
country
fruits of
blessed
the
with
land.
wine and hot. Do you know our natural resources? We are blessed with oil.
Okay, may the badness of Nigeria
Nigeria happen to me.
Exactly.
And
May the
security
party
happen to those that refuse to.
For security experts, what does he think about new military equipment coming to Nigeria? The North is now I think it's supposed to be now stable concerning security. What do you think about the new military equipment? But let Diola quickly take a comment, then you wrap up with that.
Okay, so this Austin from Delta says, the handling of such sensitive information by the federal government is what I fault. While the army chief is saying one thing, the IGP is calling it fake news. And the information minister, as usual, is on another track, and defense minister talking differently.
Thank you.
While admitting the fact that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, but don't forget that the same Americans we are dismissing their claim came to our backyard and seamlessly rescued their kidnapped citizens. Same America smoked out Bin Laden from his hideout without the knowledge of that country's security agents. Please tell Nigerian government to swallow their pride and find better diplomatic way of letting the US with more sophisticated surveillance gadgets share intelligence with us rather than grandstanding.
Thank you. Austin, right from Delta.
That's
fantastic. Exactly.
That's a fantastic one. It's actually correct.
Very correct.
It's actually correct because we need to swallow our pride, you know, because
we need help.
We
actually need help.
We need help. We don't need to keep dying like chicken.
I mean, the guests that talked about the new military equipment, and let's wrap up with that. What do you think?
Well, you know, most times we think, you know, there was a time we were all expecting Tucano. I think some of us even went to party when the Tucano arrived, and I don't know if the Tucano is still operational.
And whether it's useful to us.
Or whether it's useful to us. Except maybe we have to refund that Tucano and collect our money back. Because that Tucano was really, really our prayer point then. But when it comes to insecurity, equipment plays a very big role. That's one. Secondly, the human factors as well. The men, if for example you bring the best equipment in the whole world to Nigeria, and we have saboteur in the military and the police, the equipment will not play any role.
The military man that was caught with bullets, Dickson, you saw that video where he wrapped bullets around himself. He's busy selling bullets to Boko Haram. Yes.
Come and kill them. It was a disturbing situation.
So it's not about getting the equipment. There is a huge compromise that has happened in our system.
Character now. We need to start looking at military and policing character because it plays a very big role in security. If we have them compromising with this security, because I'm so surprised the level of compromise from our generals down to our soldiers is a disturbing situation because a great nation like Nigeria should not suffer this long.
Should not.
We are 13 years old on insecurity since 2009 per se. The terrorists are hitting hard on us. We have the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy.
These were armies that helped other nations.
Other nations. So your guest made a very fantastic point on the aspect of the equipment. Now we need to start looking at return on security investment, ROSI. Just like if you invested money in some businesses, you need to have return on investment, ROI. But in security is ROSI, ROSI. So what is our ROSI now? The return on investment is state of peace. That's our return of investment. We don't need any other thing. So if the government keep investing these billions of naira, and we're not having, security investment. If we don't have return on security investment, then some people need to be fired.
Which is peace.
Yeah. So that's the issue.
On that note, we'll leave it. Thank you so much, Dickson. It's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
Just that today my blood is hot because
every time we talk about Nigeria, it is hot.
Now if I'm driving like a mad woman because nobody should. If I see anything in front of me, I don't even want to know because I mean, like, it's really scary. I can't even do the ride-hailing services because I just have panic attacks when I enter them because you don't even know. A lot of people are so desperate now. So we are seeing more crimes. I mean, I talked about the IDP. Yes, now I talked about the IDP displacement. 200,000 people
in their fatherland.
I mean, thank you so much, Dickson. Thank you, Adiola. We had a fantastic conversation. Now, before we go, do ensure you follow us on all our social media platforms at Wayshow Africa. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and most importantly, follow all our engagements on social media, like and share your comments, and invite your families and friends to watch and follow the conversation as well. Now, if you missed our quote, here it is again. National security is vital for economic and social progress. It's as simple as that, right? If we want growth, if we want progress, if we want security, peace, and all of that, we must invest in national security and make it a reality for us in Nigeria. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.